We've put a lot of work into this as of late. It's kind of the reason why I haven't really been updating too much. Apologies for that. We've just been really, really working on this map lately. Yes, this is the same map as you saw before with the Legends of the Hidden Temple set, which I'll just kind of do a quick update on real quick and try to be a little less redundant. That, as I zoom past everything, main lobby area that we've been working on. I don't remember if we showed you this last time, but this is basically just the main lobby area, the waiting room, etc., etc. All the light fixtures and everything are finished. We have our snow golem pit now, which observation room. Again, I don't remember if I showed this or not.
I think you did.
May have, may not have. I don't know.
I'm sick.
Brett's sick, and you are really quiet now for some reason. But this,
I don't know why.
you're good now. I mean, it's just fluctuating. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this is basically the finished set at this point. We took out the big light cans that you saw in the last video. The redstone mechanics for it were taking up just too much. They were lagging us too much when we were activating them, just during the activation, and they really weren't doing anything in terms of lighting the place. So we just got rid of them. It kind of opens it up a little more. Not really sure what to make of it yet, but we did add a natural lighting solution for the actual temple itself back here, so that it's just a little bit better ambiance and everything else. So the temple is the same. Not much has been updated in the ways of this. No real big redstone changes other than the fact that we've extended the wall out here just a little bit for aesthetics. All the controls for Olmec are up in the new control panel that we finished, and I'll show that off in a second. And yes, I know this is all one line and not curved like the actual set, blah blah blah, but we're on Minecraft. If this were made
I don't think
of...
anyone cares, honestly.
Uh, there are people out there that I know are looking at this and saying, it's not proper.
Shit.
Shut up, Brett.
I told you
I
before we
know.
started recording that
I know.
I'm gonna be doing this.
But everything so far in the studio is for the most part done. This is all done from what you see. We brought all of the old and the trial sets back behind the studio here. I'll show you in a minute. It's kind of like a backstage thing, but there's the temple zoomed out, everything else. There's the stages, the games, everything else. And then our big control room. This is where someone's gonna stand and control the different things. This is the thing for the lever for the secret word. Whenever you get it, it activates from up here. You can control Olmec's mouth from up here. You can control the gateways and everything else. That should close him. That should open him. This should open and close his mouth, but you can't really
Yeah, I was gonna say,
see.
there's really no way you can show me that, is there?
Yeah, not really. It's about a 1 second delay though. And there's a message there telling us that. Let's let
Where's
him.
Dollwolf?
He's asleep at the moment. I'll have him
Again?
in. Yeah, I'll have him in the next video. These are just little lighting cubes. This opens that tunnel by the lobby where we came in. That opens and closes that door down there. Should be open now. These control the two different lights in the lobby, and then up here is just a if I can get up here, a better observation point for whoever's kind of overseeing what's going on. It's kind of hard to see that over there from up here, so we added a little observation deck going up and a little cubby out here as well. Just different points of views and everything else. So that's the big studio adds, adjustments, additions.
How many people does it even take to get this thing working?
If we want an actual full game going, we need 12 people who are not backstage, who 3 of which during the actual temple can kind of take the poise as temple guards. But if we wanted separate temple guards, that's another 3. Then you need your host, then you need your Olmec, and then your studio guy up in the control room.
You need your own.
So that's what, 3, 6, a lot of people. 18 people, I think. 18 to 20 people in total. And the server can hold the server can hold 40. So
I remember Adolf mentioning that.
yeah, he updated it and it works just fine. He stress tested it and we're good. And then now we get on to the actual part. We're looking to
I
not
like the
only
giant Han to the left, the Legend of the Hidden. That thing.
yeah,
I like that
and then
thing.
there's
Who
a
built
cow
that?
there. That was actually Matt.
It's really cool looking.
All of the intricate stuff was done by Matt. All of the basic, simple-looking shit was done by me. Except for the sign. I'm really proud of the sign. I don't know why.
Good at making that shit. How does he do that?
He's a lot more artistically sound than I am. I probably have the artistic abilities of a 5-year-old. This was my creation, the little monorails, and we're going to have these going around the entire studio. What we're going to end up doing with this is that not only are we going to be making this just a big Legends of the Hidden Temple hosting map, etc., but we're thinking about adding like a pseudo RP element. We're going to open this up to the public, let people come in and play on the map. We have different little things that they can do in the server, exploration-wise, job-wise even. Think of it as a day in the life, or slice of life, or whatever you want to call it. So we're adding a bunch of shit, including, you know, roads out here that you see, and this little mess that we were experimenting with. I don't know what the hell this was. But this right here, once we gut it out a little bit and clean it up, is going to end up being like an apartment complex. This brick building. So we have that. And then, of course, I don't know if I showed this off last time, or in the last video. We have our big office building out here, too. This is all filled up. It's got all floors.
I remember you showing a lot of this stuff, but I don't think it was nearly as complete.
No, everything on the inside except for floor 2 has something in it. Floor 2 is kind of TBA. We're not exactly sure what we're going to do with it yet, but we have some ideas. We're going to work on fixing that, whatever. Parking lot right there. There's the studio still. This studio is huge, by the way, and I'll get behind it in a minute. And we have a basic little park here that for some reason is overrun by animals. We'll have to figure out what's going on here with that.
It's probably Dolph's doing.
It's probably a bit of mine, too. And there's squids in the pond. Don't mind them.
Okay.
And then, here's our little fast food joint. Sombrero chops.
What?
Yes. We have made... See, welcome to Sombrero chops.
Is that a worm with a sombrero?
It's a pork chop with a sombrero.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all the workers. Which are actually representative of the fast food industry.
I hate everything.
I wonder if I can get them going behind the register. No, they're just gonna run into the bathroom. Alright. But this is the main area, dining, registers, he's jumping on the counters. Back here's the little kitchen. And we have drinks that we sell. We have prices out in the front there. We have a drive-through even. This is our meat closet, locker, cooler, whatever you want to call it. And Brett's coughing.
Shut up.
And then these are bathrooms. Hello! You can close the doors, everything else. Which one's I going to? I went to the women's. Alright. And thanks for closing the door on me there, jerk. Alright. There's a parking lot for that. There's the drive-thru that I was talking about. You got your menu, your order here thing, and then you pick it up right here. So, whatever. That's just mostly for show. We don't really anticipate on getting that aspect working. This is our bank. Right here. This big building right here is our bank, and Matt's come in and finished his little aspect up here. He's added a little...
Why did you build, like, all this town exactly like...
As I said,
what compelled you to do that?
We were... You want some money? Okay. What really inspired this was us going through the studio and just bullshitting and knocking ideas back and forth. And both of us are our peers in a sense. And we were kind of knocking back and forth ideas of, you know, Why not make a town around this just for fun? Recreate Orlando for shits and giggles. And then we kind of went off on a different idea in saying, why don't we make our own town based off of what we had for Nostalgia Inc., Nostalgia Studios, and everything else. And then once it's all done, making it functional and opening it as a map for other people to play on. So we kind of took that idea and ran with it, and this is what we've got so far. And we've got a lot going for it right now.
So you're gonna have this like when this map's actually finished, you're just gonna have it like up for download.
It's gonna be no, it's gonna be up for people to go on actively and play. This map is gonna be open for others to come on and play, of course, with rules and stipulations, of course, and moderation, etc., etc. But and of course, we're gonna back it up. But
yeah, I was gonna say
everything's backed up on a daily basis as it is. So
okay.
I mean, bi-hourly almost. Matt's really good about that. But that's our ATM with an ender chest in there, so you can access all your stuff. Ender chests, because you don't play Minecraft, allow you to access your account or your character from any ender chest in a zone. So if the same ender chest right here, you can access the same items in if there was an ender chest over here. Regular chests don't do that. Regular chests only have items in them for anyone to access. Ender chests are character specific and you can access them anywhere. So this is kind of why we use this as an ATM. Come in here, whatever. Cool. So, and then this is the actual bank, which has been updated since I've been in here. This is kind of a mega card.
I guess
Oh, look!
Busy.
Look at what Matt made. Want to keep this server going? Subscribe. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Matt made that. I promise. I have nothing to do with this. I made the light fixtures. And that's it. He came in here, did all the fancy work. Matt did this. I promise you. Get off. I need to read this.
You. Kinda.
Small business. Back it up today. Paintings. Please wait until you are called. And then he had the line. This is kind of neat. I was not expecting this.
Looking.
That's the vault back there, but the redstone for the door is actually broken when we moved this building. So the vault door is actually not currently working. Did he finish the lights? He did. Wow. Do not enter. Walks right in. Yeah, he didn't get to the redstone yet. This is... What is this? What is this? Oh, this is the ATM outlet. Okay. This would be the drive-through area, whatever. That's just for show. You know, the little outlets where you can drive through and pick up your stuff and use the tubes of the future. And then... Huh. What is this? Why did this not get filled in? I'll just mess with it later. Counts. Do not enter. And... Loans. Okay. So I'm assuming this was the last thing he was doing before he got off today. Because that's not quite finished. And then...
Too much.
He works, unlike me. And then this is our strip mall that we're going to be building. This is the big parking lot we've got, a little drive-through area. And just, these are not final names, these are temporary. This will make more sense when you see the homes I'll show you next. But basically painting, reflooring, restructuring, additions, pool building, etc., etc. would be available here. You would talk to a guy. He would send out his people to go construct this. Mostly people who have the ability to add items, creation, etc., etc. And you would pay for these services. And then light fixtures. This was 99% me. Matt did this and fixed the light issues in this room.
Okay.
And then we have over here our pet and farm supplies, foods, etc. Pets and we. As I said, the name's not final. I felt like having a good joke at my own expense.